Hello, and thank you for watching the final presentations for Bright Solutions regarding our new and improved user interface for the test scheduling portal on the UGA Disability Resource Center's website. Our motivation for this project was to create a more streamlined experience for any user trying to schedule an exam. After seeing the original interface, we noticed that there were a wealth of resources available on the platform, which caused it to be incredibly cluttered and overall very difficult for students with disabilities to reschedule any tests. Since test scheduling was a main function on this website, we decided to center a design that made navigating the appropriate pages more efficient. For our design, we had a multitude of requirements centering around providing an interface for students to efficiently reschedule their tests. We wanted to ensure the interface was accessible to users who have disabilities such as ADHD, dyslexia, and visual impairments, and that the task of scheduling a test takes fewer than 5 minutes. Both of these things are not currently supported by the existing interface. We wanted to incorporate Athena functionalities to assist students with scheduling exams for classes tailored to their current semester schedule and ensure that can only be accessed when they log in. Our solution for a revamped version of the current interface was to redesign features with user experience and accessibility in mind. This will streamline the process of scheduling a test and focus the portal on the task specifically of test scheduling. This design is needed to mitigate current design issues and alleviate unnecessary headache for users when scheduling their tests. Here is Connor to walk you through the implementation of our prototype.
Here is the design we created. We focused specifically on the interface once the user was already logged in, since the login system would already be taken care of by UGA's single sign-on system. For the main page, we went with a simple design so that there's no ambiguity about how to get to the main functionality of the site. We chose to really prioritize simplicity, since one of the major issues we found with the current website was the disorganization of the homepage. We chose to focus on the user's profile, setting accommodations, and scheduling exams, as these are the most essential parts of the system. To request accommodations for classes, the user goes to Accommodations. The Select a Class drop-down menu will be populated with all of the classes that the student is currently enrolled in, and the checkboxes will be created based on what accommodations the student has been granted by the DRC. When the user hits Set, they are shown a message at the bottom of the screen confirming that their request has been processed. The Home button is in the top right corner on every screen for consistency in navigation. To schedule an exam or a final, the user goes to Schedule. Here, the Select a Class drop-down menu is again populated with the user's currently enrolled classes. We opted to use a Calendar drop-down menu rather than a text input for the date selection, so that there are no issues with the formatting of the date. The current system does have a text input, but has to have a note explaining how to format the date. We also chose a drop-down menu for time because the DRC operates on a specific schedule, and it reduces the opportunity for users to make an error that they'll have to go back and fix. Finally, the user can hit Add Exam Request, and they will be taken to a confirmation screen. Our last page is the user's profile, which has two functions. The first is to show information that the school has made available to the DRC about the student. The second is to provide access to our accessibility settings. We offer a high contrast design, which turns the interface black and white, and large text, which makes the text larger and also reformats the page to accommodate the new size. The user can also select both at the same time.
Upon finishing our prototype, we evaluated the effectiveness of our design. This was done through the utilization of a heuristic evaluation, cognitive walkthrough, predictive evaluation, retrospective testing interviews, think aloud evaluations, and post-interview questionnaires. From the data we gathered, we learned that the environment needs to be more flexible to accommodate for a wider array of user needs. Users described that the home button sometimes was difficult to find in our design. Users also felt uncertain regarding their status on the profile page and found accessibility settings to be inconveniently located. There were also inconsistencies in the delivery of success messages in the interface. Due to the scope of this class and the onset of COVID-19, we were only able to implement this specific functionality with our prototype. With more time, we would build a backend to our website that ensures persistence on every page of any accessibility mode selected, synchronizes the website to a specific user's schedule, and tests the communication abilities with the DRC more in depth. We would also test our site with a larger sample size to ensure that our changes were positive among a more diverse group of users. This would give more conclusive results on whether our design choice was best or if a different design would be more effective. We would also want to test our site's capabilities of assisting users with disabilities not necessarily focused on in this class project. Some of the challenges faced directly involved communication, specifically between project group members and gathering participants for the questionnaire since classes were remote. To mitigate these obstacles, we primarily communicated with group members via Slack and through Zoom meeting schedules. We also contacted friends and acquaintances to fill out our questionnaire to have data for the evaluation. As a team, we learned that effective communication is key to getting work done and staying on the same page, be it in person or remotely. Slack and Zoom were incredibly helpful in keeping everyone informed and delegating tasks. We also learned that sharing ideas and collaborating in the design process yields various perspectives on tackling a multifaceted issue. This proved to be instrumental in selecting our design choice, and we all feel we took away new knowledge from this experience. The resources we used for this project include Adobe XD for our prototype, Slack for primary group communication, Zoom for more in-depth milestone conversations, and Google Docs and Google Slides for collaborative assignment working environments. Thank you!